I did a lot of research before I purchased this expandable piece of carry-on luggage, and it really worked perfectly for me on a recent trip. I like how it has handles on all sides, and it's made out of a really nice, durable fabric that's completely wipeable. This handle was also very handy. It's easy to lift up with the push of a button, and it stops at 3 different levels, so you can lock it into place and choose the length of your handle. This is really handy, especially if you're a little bit taller and you want a little bit longer handle. I also really like the quality of the zippers. Some other pieces of luggage I've had in the past did not have very great zippers. They didn't track nicely and they'd often get stuck. I have had no issues with this one at all. I like how this has nice large handles on all sides, even on the bottom side where the wheels are. There is a little area in the back to put your identifying information, which is really handy, and mine did stay in place throughout the duration of my trip without getting lost at all. I really like the size of this. It fits perfectly in an overhead compartment, and I also really like that it has this expandable feature. You can see on the bottom it has 4 rolling caster wheels. There is that handle on the bottom, and these rotate freely and nicely. I found that the wheels did a nice job transitioning from different types of surfaces, like from tile to carpet. It wasn't difficult to navigate it even when I was pulling it in front of me. There are a couple of nice large zippered compartments in the very front of the piece of luggage. These are nice for flat items and items you want easy access to. You could put your wallet in here. I like to put my power bank in here so I can easily charge my items on the go. This bottom zipper here has a slightly larger compartment. You can put things like papers, pens, and notepads. Even your phone could fit in here. The main compartment is the next zipper, and this opens up the wide body of the suitcase itself. And even when it's not expanded, you can fit a large amount of items in here. I was easily able to fit 3 days worth of clothing in here without a problem. And inside the top lid, you'll see a nice wide mesh compartment. This is nice for smaller items. And inside the body of the suitcase itself, there are also a couple of interesting compartments that they include. There is actually another zipper on the side wall of the inside of the luggage, which is really handy for wires, and I like to use that for different cords and charging cables. And there's also this waterproof compartment. This is detachable if you don't want to use it, but I find it to be handy for toiletries that might leak in transit. And then it has the standard straps on the inside. You can use this to either tie down your shoes or wrap it around your luggage to just make sure everything is secure. I also like that this whole interior can be zipped off for laundering if you want it to be. It's nice and deep, but it does also expand, so you can expand it by a couple of inches by just unzipping this top zipper here. If you're going on a little bit longer trip, but you don't want to take a lot of luggage, this is a great option because this does give you significantly more room on the inside of the suitcase. I was able to pack everything I needed for my trip in here, from toiletries to clothes to even photo props while I was traveling, and it really worked well for me. I didn't have any issues lifting it into an overhead compartment at the airport, and it traveled nicely. I could wheel it throughout the airport without any issues at all. In fact, during one leg of my trip, I did have to check this piece of luggage, so it went through the checked process just fine. It's definitely durable enough to handle that. It came out looking brand new when I was finished. I do highly recommend this piece of luggage if you're looking for a carry-on, and I do prefer soft-sided over a hard-sided. I like that you can expand it, and it's just a little bit more flexible, especially if you have to fit it into a little bit more of a tight space. And if you're really efficient with your packing, you could definitely get more than 3 days worth of clothing in here. I've just folded my clothes, but if you roll them into tight balls, you could definitely fit up to 5 days of clothing in here without any issues at all. You can see that I even put some really puffy photo props in here, and it fit just fine. This is one of the reasons why I really like this soft-sided carrier. Once I was finished, I was able to easily zip it up. I don't even have it expanded here, and it fit everything really nicely. It's easy to carry around, and I was able to navigate throughout that airport without any issues. I like that I can actually carry it in 3 different ways. I can either pull it in front of me, I can also roll it back and forth behind me. This is a typical way that I use it, or you can roll it along beside you without any issues. The wheels work really great and they navigate different surfaces just perfectly. Definitely check out this SwissGear Expandable Soft-Sided Luggage. I'm really pleased with it, and I expect that I'll have this piece of luggage for a very long time.